What's going on? I want to bring you guys to an article I found in the Business Insider. Now, this was published January 15th, 2020. Now, this is going to go on to read that the Navy cryptically says it is top secret UFO briefings that will cause exceptionally grave damage to U.S. national security if published. Now, this is off of the 2004 to 2014 UFO sightings that the Navy pilots have witnessed. I want to bring you guys that footage here.
Nickel 6-1 Tango Logic, over. Roger, there's troubleshooting. Drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's like another thing, it's rotating.
So now the second statement that the Navy is going to release, that saying the Navy said it did discover certain briefing slides that are classified top secret in response to a Freedom of Information request, which asked about a series of videos that shows pilots baffled by mysterious fast objects in the sky. However, but the representative from the Navy's Office of Naval Intelligence said the original classification authority that determined that the release of these materials will cause exceptionally grave damage to national security to the United States. The person also said that the Navy had at least one related video classified secrets. Now, if UFOs were not real, there wouldn't be any national security threat. This is a very big article. The article is also going to say a spokesman from the Pentagon had previously told the Black Vault, a civilian-run archive of government documents, that the videos were never officially released to the general public by DoD, Department of Defense, and should be withheld. The Department of Defense video shows pilots confused by what they're seeing in the video. Pilots said, "What the hell is that?" I want to bring you guys a Pentagon official, Luis Arredondo, that talks about the craft and how they operate.
Have any obvious flight surfaces, any obvious forms of propulsion, and maneuvering in ways that include extreme maneuverability beyond, I would submit, the healthy G-forces of a human or anything biological, hypersonic velocities, low observability, positive lift, again, seemingly in defying the laws of aerodynamics.
Now, one of these crafts you're going to see flip over and going at G-force hypersonic speeds, flipping over in midair, stopping, turning directions, and literally just disappearing out of plain sight. These craft, which is virtually impossible and unknown to man. I want to bring you guys an interview of Bob Lazar. He's a whistleblower from Area S4, south of Area 51. Bob Lazar is going to describe exactly how these craft are operating, what they're doing, and how they're doing it. I want to bring you guys that. This is the craft that is flipping over. Hold on, let me show.
Amplifiers for us and some of their different operating configurations.
There are 3 amplifiers. The craft can operate on a single one, can lift off the ground. The way in which it's propelled are 2 different ways. There's what they call Omicron configuration, where the craft is using one generator, or Delta configuration, where it's utilizing all 3. Delta configuration would be for space travel. Essentially, the craft will tilt up on its side, as opposed to a science fiction movie where you see a flying saucer moving around. The craft will tilt up on its side, focus the 3 gravity generators to a single point, and move through space that way. Moving around the source of gravity is a problem to a disk because it's interference, essentially. So what they do is they work with that interference to their benefit. They'll use one gravity generator to lift the craft off the ground. And as opposed to what we're used to, for instance, a plane, once it's in the air, we envision thrust or some force coming out the back of it to push it forward. The crafts work completely opposite of that. What they do is once they're hovering in the air, they'll swing the gravity, or two remaining gravity generators up in front of them and create a distortion, essentially a downhill, and the craft rolls downhill for infinity. It's always chasing a little distortion.
Now, in other news, I want to also bring you guys this article here. This article is going to read that strange night flashes, vibrations. I'm going to pause it. Strange night flashes, vibrations, and humming noise in Ohio town sparks talks of UFO. I want to show you guys this clip, and if you guys can listen to the noise that you hear, take a look at this. Strange color of flashes turn out night sky reddish and baffled, and Ohio has gotten international attention as people scrambling for a good explanation. Take a look at this. Now let me take you back. Look at this here. This is the strange. Look at the clouds and the trees in the background. You see them lighting up back there. And this is just doorbell video posted to Facebook by a guy named Tim Walker. It shows a series of rapid flashes that change in color and size over 20 seconds. So, kind of interesting here. I thought that first article was very interesting. That's something that is very weird, because the UFO world, this has exceptionally grave damage. What in the world can be exceptionally grave damage about a UFO? If UFOs are not real, they would say, oh, it has no relevancy. Any top secret documents. The big question is, why is it such top secret? That's the biggest question, the $1 million question nobody can understand. Anyway, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about this video. Peace.